Hello, wonderful people. It's your girl, Gotta Love Danny here. And in today's video, it's a little intimate. Um, it's going to be something that's been very heavily weighing on my heart. And it definitely has changed the whole trajectory of my life. Um, and I just felt the need that I would like to share it with you guys. Just want to say a little disclaimer. It might get a little touchy. Um, Hell, I might even cry. Um, and I know like it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and so that's another reason why I feel as though would be a good time also for me to share in hopes of my story that it'll help somebody or shed some light in someone else's life or let that person know that they are not alone. Um, However, that is definitely the goal of this video. And I definitely pray and hope that it truly does help someone. Um, on top of it being, I feel as though it being helpful to me because this is something that I actually had been holding in for a year now. Um, and so, in the wake of Mother's Day, this is so crazy because it's all kind of going hand in hand with Mother's Day and Mental Health Awareness Month. And so let me just get to it. Bear with me, y'all. So a year ago, February, I actually found out that my mom had passed. And like I mentioned before, I actually kept it to myself. Like I kept it away from close friends. Like no one didn't even know. Um, the crazy thing is, a lot of my friends currently still don't know. Um, I think I just got to the point to where at first, when I first found out, you know how I guess you go through that whole denial phase where you're in shock for one, and then I just kind of felt like being that myself and my mom, we live in different states, so we don't always, see each other often, but we do speak often. So I think during that time, it was just me not coming to the realization that it was actually real, that it had actually occurred. Um, I found out actually via my brother, in which he's my youngest brother. He actually found her. So that was extra devastating hearing, your brother hysterical, not knowing how to handle it all within himself, and me being, the older sister trying to stay strong for him while he's telling me the news. Um, it was just a lot going on that day. But fast forward through this year, me, I guess you can say, coping with the whole thing. Now, I'm definitely not over it. It is definitely an ongoing process. I have found my ways of coping with this, um, in which I still have my moments, to where I do uh, withdraw from everything and kind of reflect, and I have my breakdowns. I have learned that I allow myself to go through all the emotions that I could be feeling or could come up during that time. Um, like I said, denial was one of them. I didn't tell or mention anything to any of my friends because, of course, we are all like kind of programmed to when someone passed away and, it's a friend or family member or something like that, we all say the usual, my condolences, I'm sorry, because we really don't know what to say, especially if we hadn't experienced it. And so I just didn't want to hear that, you know, um, at the time. I just wasn't ready to hear that because, like I said, I was still trying to process the whole thing. And yeah, I'm gonna try not to go into the ugly cry. I'm really trying to, like, oh my god, like me finally doing this video is it's been tough, you guys, but bear with me. Um, so yeah, I was going through the whole denial phase. So I kind of kept it to myself to allow myself to kind of go, to process the whole thing. I just wasn't ready to face it all, even though, it was reality. Uh, and so this is why I didn't tell anyone. I kind of kept, and which my whole thought process was like, okay, I give it time, and maybe, it'll be a little better. In which, I'm finding now, hence a year later, that it's still tough. It's still tough. It's still a tough subject. I still, like I said, hadn't told anyone, any of my friends, and so, and which I'm working up to it. I'm working up to it. Um, but I just want to tell anyone that during this time of Mother's Day, a lot of people are celebrating their mothers, and um, for the ones that have, you know, lost a mom, just stay strong. If you need to, withdraw from everyone and kind of, take your time out, please do that. Because trying to maintain your mental health and your sanity and your emotional stability, during this time is really important. You are definitely not alone in this. And I just want to encourage whoever to, and will encourage you to definitely allow yourself to go through all the emotions that you might experience. No one can tell you how to grieve. Um, I actually got to a point to where I just didn't want to, well, I kind of pulled back from anything that was what serious in my life. So during that year, I just wanted to enjoy life. Like, it definitely changed me. I took the whole direction of, I just wanted to experience, life itself, friends. I'm a mother, so my kids, spending more time, just the meaningful things, the things that were most important. Um, and so I did that. And I also, you know, on the other hand, I did take the alone time to reflect and allow myself to go through all the different emotions that I was feeling. If it was anger, if it was, sadness, if it was, just not understanding this whole process, um me kind of feeling a little guilty with certain things, all the different emotions that you might experience. Allow yourself to experience them and process them. If you're feelings, please reach out to someone that you feel like you can trust, if it's a close friend or family member, or most importantly, like a therapist. If you can reach out to a therapist, there are some therapists or some help that you don't necessarily, I feel that you can get some assistance from if you are not financially able to afford a therapist. If I can get the information, I would definitely link it below in the description box. But I just wanted to, I don't want to make this all long and draw it out because I'm not trying to go into the ugly cry, y'all. And as you can hear it in my voice, I'm really like trying to hold back. Um, because it's still, I don't think you ever uh, would get over the loss of a parent or someone that close to you. But there are a lot of ways where you can cope, find ways that you can cope in dealing with it so you won't get or you won't allow yourself to be stagnant in your life. And what you wouldn't definitely want to do that at all. You want to still, try to pursue goals and dreams that you might have, even though those might change. Like for me, a lot has changed in that aspect and the whole process that I'm currently still going through, the transition of the change. Um, and so you just want to make sure that you still try to, even though it could be a little tough, but you can do it. Just stay positive, whatever it is that you might have to do. Like I mentioned before, if there's, speaking to someone, if you need to take time and, hey, talk to yourself, do that. Whatever it is you feel like that'll keep you in a positive and an upbeat situation to where you don't allow yourself just to get stagnant and not continue to push forth, because once again you are not alone, and you never know who, by you continuing to push yourself, continuing to try to share whatever it is you're going through, you never know who you could be helping. And with that was something that I'm I had to learn. And actually with this video, like I said, this, you guys, like, it's been really hard. I've been contemplating doing this for over a year now, and I'm finally like doing it. uh, and so I know it's probably like me kind of being a little bit all over the place, but I just want to encourage someone that you can definitely get through it. You definitely can. And even though I didn't tell my friends, it just seemed like throughout this year, and like I said, they didn't even know, but just them, by them not knowing, but them being who they are and the relationships that we have, just the spending time, just the calls, the text messages. Um, I have been uh, consistent going to the gym, and I do that with one of my friends. Um, that has definitely been helpful for me. Me starting and pushing through this YouTube channel, you guys with your, supports and comments and subscriptions and likes, that has definitely helped. Uh, like I said, I'm just, with this whole thing, it just caused you to reevaluate your life. And that's kind of the area that I'm in right now. But I'm going to end it, you guys. And happy Mother's Day. If there's any mothers out there that follow me, just let me know in the comment box. I would definitely appreciate that. I definitely hope you enjoy this day every day with your family, kids, loved ones. Appreciate and cherish every moment, no matter what. Uh, and thank you guys. Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day.